Hey guys, Ariel Siegelman here with the DRACO group. I want to tell you a little story about something that happened to me today. So we do a lot of cool work all around the world, as you guys know. And one of the things I enjoy about the kind of work that we do is that it always takes us to different places and it's always different kinds of stuff. So I feel like it keeps my mind always working because, you know, for me, if I were doing the same thing every single day, I think I might get a little bit bored. So right now we're working on some cool projects with executive protection. And as you guys may know, one of the things that's really important about protecting another individual is simply being prepared. Being prepared to think about and deal with bad things that could happen. And if you can think about the bad things that could happen, then hopefully you can stop them from happening. So we went today to check a site just to make sure that we understand where it is that we may be working over the next few days. And we're talking about a building, okay? So as we're going through the building, what do you think you want to look for if you're checking out a building that you may potentially have something bad happen? Well, here's the cool thing. There's only one of two things that you ever want to have to do. Either you're going to have to shelter or you're going to have to evacuate if there's some sort of an emergency, right? I mean, unless, of course, you're attacking the guy back, which also isn't a bad idea. But anyways, so we're checking the potential emergency exits, and we go through this building, big building. We go into the back part of the building where it's only service personnel who are there. And, you know, you can see the way I'm dressed, so I think it's reasonable that somebody might think that we don't belong in that part of the building. Anyways, no problem. Nobody talks to us. Nobody asks us any questions. We're walking around this part of the building. We go outside, find ourselves in the loading dock. Now, as I walk around the edge of the building with my guy who's with me, we're walking around the edge of the building. We come to the end of the pavement. And now for sure we're at a place, as we walk onto the grass and around the side of the building in the dirt, I know that I'm in an area where people don't normally frequent. Okay? I think that's fair to say. Now we come around the side of the building and we see these three security guys dressed in uniforms, and they're sitting there maybe on their break, maybe not, maybe they're just hiding out on the job, but they're sitting at a picnic table next to the building, and here we are, guys who they don't know, walking around the side of this big building, and we're looking, taking notes and taking pictures, and I don't know about you, but I think that should raise suspicion. So what do these guys do? I think to myself, oh, so they're going to ask us what we're doing there. I have an answer for them. All they say to us is, hey guys, hey, what's up? So we do our thing, we check the exit, we see where we need to go. We start walking back, we pass them a second time, I think, okay, for sure they're going to ask us what we're doing now, right? Nope, nothing. I walk by, I say like, hey guys, have a nice day. So now why did they not ask me what I'm doing there? I mean, that's even their role. They should ask, right? So I think to myself, how many times in our lives do we see something that doesn't belong and we don't feel confident to ask? Or because of this like little feeling of lack of confidence, so we start giving ourselves excuses like, oh, I'm sure that those guys are supposed to be there. I mean, if they're so blatantly taking pictures and writing notes and they're not trying to hide it, then they must be fine. So guys, bad people can also dress in a polo shirt and wear khaki pants and overtly take notes. You know what's going to happen? If, God forbid, I had like been a bad guy and I was going to come back tomorrow and plant a bomb, or I had been planning today to do something bad tomorrow, every one of those guys is going to say, yeah, I saw those guys taking pictures and writing notes, and I saw it. It was going to, I knew it was going to happen. I knew something was up. But how many times we hear those stories and people forget to ask, how come you didn't go up to that guy and ask him what was going on? How come you didn't confront that guy and say, hey, what are you doing here? So now we walk inside the building, back in through the loading dock. Not a normal place for guys in polo shirts to be walking into the building. And I hear somebody from about 50 feet behind me yelling, hey, you guys. So I'm like, oh, okay, finally, somebody noticed us, and they're going to confront us now. Good. So I turn around, and I see this guy in a tie, muscly guy, and he's got a radio in his hand. So I'm like, hey, man, maybe this is the director of security. So like he saw us on the cameras. Who knows? Okay, good. So he's going to confront us and talk to us. So he comes up, and he says, hey, somebody's black car is parked out there in the loading dock and blocking a truck. Is that your car? And I'm like, no, man, that's not my car. And he's like, oh, gosh, okay, well, I got to get somebody to move that car. Okay, and walks off. And I'm like, seriously? Guys, you've probably heard the term, the saying, if you see something, say something. Yes, it's true, but here's a simple way to know that something's not right. If people's actions are suspicious, or if the way that they're dressed or look is suspicious, that's a reason for you to walk up and talk to them. But probably the biggest block that stops people from seeing bad people and stopping them before they do something is the internal psychological block that makes people not willing to just walk up and even politely say, hi, nice to meet you. I don't recognize you. Who are you? What are you doing here? So, turns out that we're not bad guys, but we could have been bad guys, and that shows me that those people are not prepared. And even though they've got security written on their shirt, that the people in that building have a false sense of security because they think they have security, but that ain't security, guys. So, that's what I got for you today. If you like my video, then if you haven't liked the DRACO group already, make sure you like us and share the video. Yalla, have a good day.